Hey guys, this is Dawn. I am in Zone 8A and we're going to start here with part 2 of the front yard tour. So just stay tuned. We're going to start right here with this gorgeous Humphrey Knot. This Humphrey Knot is from seed and look at it. It is thriving. The leaves are so green. They are not splotched or burnt or anything of the sort. It has just been a fun, colorful splash of white. I love it. It looks like cotton balls. So anyways, this bed is doing really well. Along with the Gumfrina, I have my drift roses that are still performing. Even in this extreme heat, they are still putting on pretty little roses. Look at that. All over. Now, obviously not as extensive bloom as it would be in the spring and early summer, but definitely still adding color. The Lizianthus that I planted last month, I did cut it back and it flushed back with some beautiful blooms. Look at that. Gorgeous. I think I am going to cut them back again because I do want these roots to really take hold and get strong, fill up this whole area. So I have a couple of gars in here that I also cut back. They were just looking messy and kind of taking away from my drift roses. So yeah, they can come back in the fall for me and give me a nice bloom, maybe when the drift roses are tired. So my little Plumbago here, this is the perennial Plumbago that makes this sweet, sweet little blue flower. It is doing well. This is the first perennial Plumbago I have ever seen. So it is also spreading for me. So it's putting out little shoots. So that's kind of nice. And this is the Proven Winners Amazing Daisies Shasta. I cut that back, so it's not really doing much right now. But then this beautiful Lizianthus, it does get a lot of afternoon sun. It is huge right now, and you can see all the burnt up flowers on it. So I do need to cut it back and let it reflush. And the Denim and Lace Russian Sage is looking very pretty, producing a real pretty sweet flower. This Salvia has been cut back, and so it is reflushing with some pretty little pink blooms. And I do have this Salvia planted around this the edge of this bed, so it is all starting to reflush. This is Salvia Greggi. Like I said, I did cut it back, so it would typically be a lot bigger than this. I cut my Liatris back. Liatris was all in here, so now it just kind of looks like monkey grass. So we repeat everything on this side. I'm not going to go through those. I just walk through and point out the things that are different. This is some angel face Angelonia, looking beautiful. I have a drift of 4 up in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I did cut them back, even though you don't have to deadhead. I did. So they look like they'll be putting on some new blooms pretty soon. But pleased with this bed. All this coleus is from seed. The red bud's looking gorgeous. I need to come out here and cut off the flower buds on my coleus. I really want more of a ground cover going on and less of the flower stalks. I thought the Angelonia looked pretty with the coleus behind it. And got vinca lining this bed. I don't think this bed is getting as much sun as it used to. And I lost a Limelight here. Was doing great, and then it wasn't. And so when I dug it up, you can see how half of the root ball is missing. And that is what moles do. He just dug a tunnel right through my Limelight. So living with moles, it is no fun. So this bed is new, but I am pleased with how everything is taking shape. The drift roses are surviving. That's how I would put it. They are new, so I am pleased that they are making it through. They are crispy, but that's okay, as they're still alive. The Dichondrophals is lining this bed so beautifully. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to start letting it drift off beyond and down the wall behind it. But the catmint, I cut it back a few weeks ago, and it will be fine. This Cake Pops verbena, I also cut back before we went on vacation. And it is starting to make some little flowers for me. So happy to see that. My purple fountain grass, doing fabulous. My little gopher hawk hoping to do its job, catch that mole. But all up in here is Proven Winner's Ridiculous Coleus. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Intermixed with some white vinca, which I don't need. But because the Ridiculous Coleus is kind of filling in all this pretty nicely. I did just cut back this Salvia. It has a real pretty little white flower, white spiky flower. So I expect it to come back and start reblooming for me in the fall because it is struggling. Coming around the front, I've just got my juniper ground cover. And all up in here, again, I've got gorgeous, I think it's strawberry drop coleus, Proven Winners, doing fabulous and doing what I wanted it to do, which is kind of being a ground cover up here. The little caladiums that I intermixed it with are kind of struggling in the heat, but they're still there. But very few are coming up right now. Hoping they maybe start coming up when we cool off in the fall, if we ever do cool off, I guess. Again, Dichondrophals just lining everywhere. I love Dichondrophals. I've got these dragon wing begonias that are doing fabulous. I bought one and I split it into 3. 1, 2, and 3. They are intermixed with my sweet potato vine here. Gorgeous contrast in this bed. Look at that. It's a Japanese maple, doing fantastic. But this sweet potato vine is intermixed with this blue mondo grass. I'm sorry, black. I know my colors, but gorgeous. I think these begonias are pretty protected from afternoon sun with the sweet potato vine. But I think otherwise they would struggle with this afternoon sun. So the sweet potato vine is doing a good job of kind of protecting them a little bit. As I come around, I've just got amaryllis in here mixed with some daylilies. So, and we've got the purple fountain grass here and then a variegated hydrangea there. That is struggling. It continues to struggle, and I continue to say I'm gonna move it, but I never do. So, you know, it's one of those things in your garden that it's like that to-do list that's been going on for 10 years now. Well, you're looking at it. It does not belong there. It gets too much afternoon sun, but I will get to it eventually. So, front yard as a whole, very, very pleased with how it's going, other than my mole, but it's to be expected. It's a constant. So as always, thank you guys for joining me. If you missed the first part of this video, be sure to tune in and catch part 1. And if you like it, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Bye.